Terrace Marshall Jr. tweaked his back yesterday, and it started a whole social media argument about what it means to be carted off. Right? Because it's like there's two ways to use the verbiage, right? One was he was carted off from practice. Another was he hopped in the front seat of a cart to head to the locker room. Right? I guess it's kind of in the eyes of the beholder, right? Was somebody jogging or sauntering, right? Like that. Yeah. Like how flowery is your vocabulary might be the way to describe it. But I think we're assuming it's they use the term tweaked, or at least Frank Reich did after the practice. I think we're assuming it's a minor injury. I don't care if he was carted off, if he rode off, if he jogged off, if he walked off, if he sauntered off. You can pick whatever mode of transportation you want. I don't care if he hopped in the bed of a F-150. Like, it doesn't matter. The thing that I'm worried about, if I'm Terrace Marshall, if I'm Terrace Marshall's fan club, is the missed reps. Right? I don't know if he hopped in onto a cart in the front. I don't know if there was an intern in a golf cart that was bored and was like, hey, I can take you in. Like, I don't know what happened there. I wasn't there. But I do know that yesterday he missed the second part of practice. And I do know that by all the reports I saw, there was no sign of Terrace Marshall Jr. at practice today. How serious the injury actually is, as long as it's not like surgery and months off, is less important than the reps that some other pass catcher is getting with Bryce Young. We've talked a lot about how the wide receivers for the Panthers are going to be a true wide receiver by committee, right? They don't have the top option. They don't have a wide receiver one. They don't have Devontae Adams. They don't have Justin Jefferson. They don't have Stephon Diggs. And I could name a few others. I'm just stopping there because you get the point. They don't have that, right? They're going to be a wide receiver by committee. They're going to be going to the hot hand. But maybe the most important part in deciding who will get the first looks, in deciding who will get the most looks, in deciding who will get the most second chances is who has the best chemistry with Bryce Young and who Bryce Young trusts the most. We talked about this not long ago with the Sam Howell, right? If you throw a bad pass and the receiver makes the catch, makes a guy miss, and scores, I don't care if it's practice. I don't care if it's a preseason game. I don't care if it's a regular season game. The simple act of doing that will make you more trustworthy to your quarterback. And you can't do that if you're not practicing. You can't do that if you're not in the preseason game. And everybody else that's taking your reps, they can, right? They can do that. If the back injury is crazy serious, and that's, it's the qualifier you have to hit, right?
Yes.
We have to say if the back injury is very serious and he can't participate for months, you would not even want to say out loud the worst case scenarios of missing even longer than that. That becomes obviously, that'll hurt the team and that'll hurt Terrace Marshall more. But even if it is just a small thing that takes him out of a few practices, takes him out of a preseason game if he misses game 2, right? A week where the trainers are saying, just rest, right? It's just preseason. Why would we risk it? Just rest. That might be enough to put him behind and keep him behind Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Jonathan Mingo, Laviska Shenault, Ashai Smith.
Yeah.
On the wide receiver depth chart, and not to mention, like on the overall, who do we need to get the ball to target marks? You probably Hayden Hurst, maybe like a Ian Thomas, a Miles Sanders out of the back, like all of those. It could take you a while, even in the best case scenario, to work your way up from 7th, 8th option in the offense to 4th, right? And if it takes him half a season, again, that might be best case scenario. Now Terrace Marshall is a second-round pick, 2.5 seasons into his NFL career, who's just worked himself into a contributing role, and that goes by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, goes by quick.
And now you're fighting for, are they going to keep me around for the next contract? You're fighting for, where is my role? Am I a part of this new regime? Right? You're not this new regime's guy. Everyone that was drafted before this draft, Frank Reich didn't pick you. His reputation is not attached to you.
They took 3 receivers via free agency and or draft this new regime did. So like they looked at you and said, we need to bring in 3 more guys.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, we're a little light. They're like, no, we need to make sure you're no better than 4th on our initial depth chart.
I mean, they looked at the offensive line and they drafted Chandler Zavallo. So they took 1 dude.
In the 4th.
Yeah.
And they only had, 5 picks this year?
They only used 5 because they traded
him away, and they used their second best pick on a wide receiver, Jonathan Mingo. So, there's a lot of writing on the wall for Terrace Marshall that says, better get your act together if you want a chance with the Panthers. And that's when, every veteran knows the sayings. Can't make the club in the tub.
Nope.
Right? If you're hurt, if you're in the training room, get it taken care of, but get back out on the field. Right? It's that there is a line there that you have to flirt with on. What I mean by this is you don't want to ever encourage someone to risk potential further injury.
Yeah.
Right? Especially a back, talk about a neck, talking about like head, obviously head trauma. Take care of that because it's quality of life and everything.
Oh yeah.
But don't take a minute more than you have to. Like if you care about this career, don't take a minute more than you have to.